So I've talked about the most damage you can do in Terraria, but what about the least damage you can do? Well, first we need to figure out which weapon does the least amount of damage. And on the wiki, that's a tie between the flare gun and the wooden hammer. But because the flare gun inflicts on fire, I'm gonna use the wooden hammer. Then we need to find a modifier to put on that. The best modifier is usually legendary, but since we're looking for the least damage, we're gonna go with broken for minus 30% damage. And since the base wooden hammer only does 2 damage, by adding this modifier to it, it subtracts a whole 1 damage, minusing our damage by 50%. And since there's not enough damage to go down by 30% from the modifier, it just rounds up to 50% anyways. Well, we're already doing 1 damage per hit anyways, but let's see how much further we can go. Then we need to look at armor. Well, the enemy with the most defense is the Dungeon Guardian with 9,999 defense. That takes any weapon in the game and converts it to 1 or 2 damage. And that's the least amount of damage you can do. A broken wooden hammer attacking a Dungeon Guardian. Subscribe if you learned something new.